Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about Tales of Crestoria and all the content that it has to offer. Now, as far as I'm aware, all of this is going to be available right at release, which is super exciting because that's not always the case. So let's get into the video and talk a little bit about what's in store for us. Before we get into the meat and potatoes of this episode, I just want to mention my Discord. You can go ahead and check out the link in the description for the video, and that will allow you to be able to get in and we can talk some Tales of Crestoria. And you can also give me a follow on any of my social medias to see when I have a new video coming up. With that being said, let's take a look at what there is on offer for Tales of Crestoria. So in this game, you're going to be able to play the main story, and so far it's been very story-centric, lots of dialogue, skits, all sorts of stuff. It's all voice-acted, it's very, very nice. There's some animated cutscenes as well that have been great. You're also going to have access to things like events, so that's pretty standard. And then there's your basic training quests, so gaining experience for your characters, materials for their awakenings, and all their other things that you can do to augment your characters, and your currency grinding quests as well, because gold is used for pretty much everything as a side cost, so it's important to have these. Now, there's going to be, at release in this game, a bunch of other content that you can hit right away, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So the first thing that we'll get into is the Phantom Tower here. So this is something that, now if you're a War of the Visions player like I am, something that you're really excited for in that game that hasn't come out yet, and it's just this big tower that you try to work your way up and earn rewards. And it's really cool because every single floor is going to have a bunch of rewards. You can see here I got 50 gleamstones, which is not bad if you consider you're going to do all these floors, and it actually increases some really good upgrade items, etc. So what happens is you can clear each floor once, and then as soon as you clear it, you can go on to the next floor and try to clear that. But every single floor is going to have different conditions. There's going to be different element enemies, or different boosts will be given to your characters. So that's kind of a cool little thing where you want to build your team specifically to tackle certain floors. Now right now I have just my one team, and I actually don't know if I'm strong enough to beat this one, but we'll give it a try because I did this the other day and I had not done very much developing of my characters. I had just been grinding the story out, so I couldn't actually beat it. So I did a little bit more leveling. I had a crazy success on leveling Luke, so he went all the way up to 49 because you can get like great successes on a lot of the stuff that you do. But you can see here that there's going to be one wave. It's going to, any wind characters are going to be boosted in this quest, but I don't have any, so what can you do? So we'll eat some food and we'll get in here and we'll give it a try. Now I'm going to battle on auto because I just want to kind of talk about what's going on and give you a lay of the land. But there's 4 enemies, which is a lot, especially if they are difficult. So hopefully my party's able to take them out, and if not, that means that I just have to level up, which would be kind of crazy because it's the second floor of the tower. So you'd think that hopefully I wouldn't need to be that powerful, but seems to be going okay right now. Okay, so here we are at the end of the battle. It's actually been a pretty long one. So 2 of my characters died, and I actually had to have my substitutes come in. I just attacked in the wrong order, by the way. I got to attack with Luke last there to get the biggest boost on his soul gouge, but what can you do? We got him anyway, so that's gonna be it. So I did clear it. It was pretty long and pretty hard, considering that my characters aren't low level. Like, this is the second level of the tower, and I have a level 49 unit. I didn't have any strength. In fact, I actually had two units that are weak in this level, but still, it just gives you an idea of the difficulty of the tower. So at this point I've beat level 2, I get these awesome rewards, which is really nice, and then now I can move up to level 3, which will undoubtedly be even harder. So we're gonna go ahead and get the heck out of here. Let's move on next to our raid experience. So raids are pretty interesting in this game. Now you have to keep in mind that I am not this world traveler of gacha games. So when I talk about these systems, you might think like, well, this game's had that forever, but I haven't played it. So to me, this is all new. So the way that the raids work here is there's going to be a bunch of them. You can see at the very top, it's very hard, and then there's hard versions, and then there's normal versions. It's weird that the order is set this way naturally, but you have to beat normal to get 1 key for the hard, but you need 3 keys total to enter, and then you need 3 hard keys to get into the very hard, so you have to work your way up. So you can start your own raid in this game, and you can also go find other people that are currently in raids and you can aid them. So this one has 17 out of 20 people, so let's go ahead here and we'll try to help out. It's going to be kind of late, so it's not going to make that much of a difference, but basically I've got these BP that I can spend to enter a raid, so it's not infinite. There's a certain amount you can do, and I'm going to jump in here with my team and my borrowed member, and we'll put it back up on auto here. And you can see the raid spot health up there. Now we're all going to try and do as much damage as we can to it, and everyone's dealing damage to this HP total, not just my party. So all 19 of us are going to try to finish this guy off, and this might actually be, I might have jumped a difficulty here or something, because that was quite the damage, but you can see everyone that's helping out, and you can actually chat with them in the raid chat. You can toggle off what you want to see, if you want to see chat stuff, or if you want to see battle related stuff, but you also see your contribution mark up here. So I'm 17 out of 19, and that's natural. 1, because this is a hard raid and I'm not doing anything, and 2, I just joined, which is a reason not to join raids that late, because you will get some rewards, but the best rewards are split between all of the top 4, I think. Don't quote me on that, but there's a certain placement that the top however many get some sort of a reward, and there's conditions for that, and then also if you made the raid room, then you also get a founding bonus as well. So my party's actually going to wipe on this, and then I will have contributed, but I won't get very much credit for it at all, which is fine, because I don't think I checked the difficulty of this one. I just kind of hopped on in. Okay, let's finish off Luke so we can show the viewers. Oh yeah, get in there, Radiant Howl, so we can show you what starting a raid will look like and how you can ask people for help. Alright, so we wiped on that raid, and we're going to go start our own now. So I'm going to pick Orc Kong because I have multiple fire characters, and that will make that a little easier. We'll go on the normal version. So when you enter, you get to select your helper, and I'll take a fire unit, and we can begin. So this is going to cost some of our stamina, but when we get in here, we're going to start fighting this thing on the top of the mountain. It's going to be a very cool scene to see, but what we're going to do right off the bat, there's only 1 person in here, it's just me, so I'm going to go ahead and I can bring up this aid menu, and I can send it to whoever I want. So I can send it to everybody, I can send it to friends, or to guild, and I can check these on and off. So if I want, I can just send this out to friends and say, hey, everybody come help out with this raid. I can send it to my guild. I'm going to go ahead and send it to everybody, and then once you've done that, you can only do it, there's an actual time limit till you can do it again. I can't spam everybody with asking for help with this. So now at this point, the notice has gone out. It's going to be in the menu where people can just see it. There's going to be a notification in the chat. So if I go over, if it opens up, if I go over to my guild, it says right here, Mysidius asking for Orc Kong level 1 normal, please help me out, and they can go and click on there, and it would also do that to my friends chat as well. So it's still just me right now, which is not ideal. So hopefully we get some people in here, because one of 2 things is going to happen. I'm going to eventually die, or this is just going to take an eternity and we'll have to do some more cutting. So hopefully we can get through this quickly and people will join, although I've had a lot more trouble gathering people for a raid in late at night compared to in the daytime. Alright, so we ended up having 6 people join in total, and I ended up finishing first, which makes sense because I started the raid and I was in there alone for a while, so I got a huge head start on damage. But the rewards we'll check out in just a second here. So I got 2 finder rewards for being the person that started this off, and then I got a bunch of other rewards. Oh, my ranking actually ended up going down. That's actually really interesting because it was up until the end there. It was pretty high. So let's see, I got the finder, there was a MVP, a runner-up, and then the person that got the final blow also got a reward, which is pretty interesting. So that's it for raids. They're definitely really cool, and you need people to be helping out. You need people to get in there because it's not something that you can take down by yourself, at least not at my level. So it's something that, and it also is going to take a really long time. If you don't, like, you could clear these quickly with 20 people, but with 7 people it took us a lot longer. So something to keep in mind. Okay, so the final thing that I'm going to talk about in this video is going to be the arena. Now there is a PvP arena, and again I'm going to use a game that I play as an example. It's very similar to War of the Divisions, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, if you've played that. So you have a rank, and you want to move up in your points so that you can play higher level people and get more rewards. There's going to be character bonuses, and right now that's all characters get 200% boost, but I'm assuming that's going to be at some point specific characters or specific elements, weapon types, etc. But right now it's just everybody. So you can see here that as you get your score raised, you will be put into a higher tier of players, and you can level up to get more battle pass rewards, and it's pretty good. So you can get these arena summon tickets here, and there's actually a special SSR unit you can only get from the arena summons, which is awesome. I believe that's the same thing with the other content, either tower or the raid. There's a SSR that you can only get from that. Oh, the tower has a Memoria stone, not a character, but a Memoria stone, and it's Kratos from Tales of Symphonia, which is amazing. So we'll take a look at that at the end. But otherwise, there's an exchange for certain points that you can build up, and you can get some tickets this way, and you can get some really good rainbow upgrade items. So there's definitely a lot of incentive to doing this. So the arena, you can do 5 battles a day from what I've seen. You have 5 tickets up here, and I'm sure you can get more, but you can also do continuous battle, which I really like. So if you put that on and just go auto, you could auto all of your arena battles and then just come back to it later on if you don't want to play them manually, although I think at a higher level you're going to want to play those manually. So we can see I ranked up against someone that's lower prestige than me, and hopefully they're not like super high level though, because you never know. They could just be everyone's still ranking up. So I'm going to leave my party on auto. What's kind of cool is as your characters die, your sub characters are going to come in and take their place, which can actually make it kind of long sometimes. If you're really evenly matched, the battles can take a while, but it looks like that Aspel is pretty you know what, that taking a lot of damage, but dealing a lot of damage. So one thing I think that's pretty valuable here is healing. So you just saw that they healed their Aspel all the way up to full, and then now he's able to deal a bunch of damage again. So that's definitely pretty huge for the other team. So you definitely, and they all, you know, it's funny, they all have top hats too. So healing seems to be pretty useful. Micella has healing, 1 healing spell, which is really nice. I haven't gotten any other characters with healing that I know of, although again I've just been crushing the story to unlock all of this content, and I am going to go deeper into kind of looking at everything and getting ready for release before this beta ends, so I can provide some content. So just there you could see that their 2 sub characters came in when I killed 2 of their characters, so I'll have to beat them as well to clear this party. So you can see why you might want to do this on auto with continuous battle, because man, can it take a while to get through. This is not a quick battle by any means. So I think they're going to be fun to play manually sometimes, but other times you're just going to need to get through it for the day, because the rewards are definitely good, but you can't be you know, spending all your time looking at this. So I just had my second support come in, so at this point I'm in pretty good shape. So we'll just, you know, let's get rid of this Micella. We'll take her out back. Her and her top hat. I do like that. The attachment system's pretty cool because, I mean, you can have a theme for your PvP team, so whenever people fight you, you're just going to you know, get to show off your cool theme. One thing about this, the PvP I should have mentioned, is that their party is being controlled automatically. So I could manually control my party, but their party is just, I'm not actually playing live against somebody, and I'm really glad that's not the case, considering how many characters and how many the backup characters. It would take forever if there was like a timer, a turn timer. They'd have to reduce it to like 2 or 3 characters max, and even then it would take a really long time. So okay, so that's it. I just won. So we'll take a look. I got some rewards here. I got some rank up points as well, which is nice, and these are pretty good rewards. Like I just got some small rainbow stones, so that's going to be good for everybody, and then arena medals for the currency, so that's all very good. So, and look at that, battle pass level up, so we can go take a look at that. I can get my strawberry gels, and we'll take a look at some of the stuff that these events can get you. So for example, if we go over to the tower, in that tower, and we're gonna check the rewards, you can actually see how these start to get really good. Like already getting these upgrade rewards is really solid. Gold is always good. The gleam stones are good too, and at a certain point you're going to get some awesome things, like for example an SR Memoria Stone. Now these are Memoria Stones for augmenting your characters, they're not for getting a unit. And then here we're getting more Gleam Stones, better rewards all the way, and then here we go. So this is an SSR Memoria Stone Kratos, and it's a really sweet Memoria Stone. Again, this does not get you Kratos, that's really important because I know a lot of people like them, but you're gonna get 2 copies of this stone, which means you can upgrade it if you want, or equip it to multiple people. So that's pretty cool. Now if we go over to the summons, and I know you can see I have a lot of currency. I've got some tickets to summon too. We're going to do that in another video. I'm going to pull with all my currency. I'm trying to get up to 5,000 first. But if you take a look at our arena summon, you can get a certain Memoria Stone. This one, the Kronos one, you can get from here and only here, and this is for the can't get into details, so what can you do? Oh, here we go. So there's you can only do this with arena summon tickets, and this is going to be an SSR Memoria Stone that you can get here, plus you can get a character as well, which is really awesome. So that's something that's pretty cool. So all in all, like the reason I wanted to make this video is because this is incredible. Like the amount of stuff that we're getting at release, hopefully, and they haven't said that this is all going to be a release, but it's all in the beta, so we would assume so, is really cool because the tower content and the raid content hasn't even come out in War of the Visions yet, for example. And I know I'm just comparing it to one game, and there's probably a lot of games out there that have this content right at release as well, but I'm just thankful for it because there's going to be a lot to do. We're going to power through the story, we're going to be doing all our training and stuff and pulling, but then we're going to want to do more. So I'm really glad to see that there's all these different types of content right at release. So that's going to be it for me. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the game so far, if you're in the beta or if you have any questions for me, and please consider subscribing to the channel. I'm going to be doing more Tales of Crestoria content as soon as release. I'll be going hard at release, but consider liking the channel, or liking the video, and subscribing to the channel and all that fun stuff. Okay, I need to drink some water at this point. I'm running on fumes, so we'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching this video. You can show your support with a like and subscribe, and by checking out my Patreon at patreon.com/MysidiaGaming. Until next time, keep it real, Mysidians.